Welcome to the Maybank Islamic Trade Finance Education Series. Innovators in the Islamic Economy.
Hi, I'm Amy. On this 12th episode, I want to tell you about Islamic letter of credit. And along the journey, this might even help your business trade running smoothly. Today, we will review what does it means, the Islamic principle under it, and how does it works in the real-life application. So, stay with me until the end of the programs. Letters of credit are used extensively throughout the world as a payment mechanism for settlement of trade transactions, because they offer a secure means of payment to the seller. In business usually, a buyer will purchase goods from the seller without meeting face-to-face. Through phone calls or email, they make a deal about the price and product. However, the payment is the problem. Since the transaction involves a huge amount of money and goods, they can't trust each other. The buyer wants the goods to be delivered first, while the seller wants the buyer to make a payment before delivery. Then this is when letter of credit comes into the picture. Letter of credit is an instrument from a bank which guarantees buyer's payment to a seller if certain criteria are met. There are 5 parties involved in the letter of credit transaction, namely, the customer, or the party buying the goods, the beneficiary, or the party who will be paid under the LC, the issuing bank, which issues the LC, the advising bank, or the bank to which the issuing bank sends the LC, the negotiation bank, which negotiates documents delivered by the beneficiary to issuing bank. Islamic letter of credit is similar to the conventional LC. However, Islamic LC is based on Sharia principles, which are wakala, murabaha, and musharaka. Let's look into wakala letter of credit. Under the principle of wakala, the customer is required to pay in advance the full amount of the item, in which Islamic bank will accept it, under the principle of wadiya damana. The Islamic bank will act as an agent to the customer. Later, the Islamic bank will make payment to the negotiating bank by utilizing customers' money. In return, the Islamic bank will receive a commission or service fee upon the service rendered to the customer. Now, let's proceed to the murabaha letter of credit. Murabaha LC is used when the customer does not have money to pay the purchase price. Thus, the Islamic bank will pay proceeds to the negotiating bank by utilizing its own funds. The Islamic bank immediately sells the assets to the customer at the markup price for a deferred payment. Lastly, we move to musharaka letter of credit. Under musharaka principles, the Islamic bank and the customer will become a partner in buying the assets. Both of them will contribute to the purchase price and discuss the profit-sharing ratio. And later, the Islamic bank will make payment to the negotiating bank by utilizing the customer's money, as well as its own funds. Both of them will share the proceeds from the sales of the assets, based on the pre-agreed profit-sharing ratio. Losses are borne proportionately to the capital contribution. In Malaysia, there are many Islamic banks offer Islamic letter of credit at attractive charges. However, the Islamic bank may issue the LC under different principles. In Maybank Islamic, the LC only based on the principles of wakala and murabaha.
Later, we will look into how does it work and being processed in Maybank Islamic.
Created using Powtoon.